Welcome back, class.
I hope you all can focus better now that your bellies are full. We will now continue going over the midterm results for the spring 2019 anime season. Once again, I am Kat Sensei.
And I am Sari Sensei.
And this is our 2 cents.
Put your phone away. Once again, guys, this is not a spoiler-free zone.
But we do have the timestamps in the description down below, so feel free to check those out and click on them to find which part of the video you would like to go to.
So, the first show for part 2 is Fruits Basket. Woo!
Maracas!
So, the story so far. Toru Honda has moved in with the Somas.
Guess you find out they turned to animals. And where we ended, someone was at their door. A new Soma. Episode 4, you find out that this new person is their cousin Kagura. By the end of the episode, you find out she's the boy. And she's got a thing for Kyo. She's a little obsessed.
A little?
Thing is, she's like violently obsessed. That's most of the episode. Dealing with her visit. I thought I wouldn't laugh as much this time because I already know what happened. I really don't remember this propeller Kyo going up. Like, I remember her twirling it, but then suddenly she just starts going up and
her feet hit the ground.
Kagura kind of saw Toru as like a love rifle. Toru just approaches her with like the most innocent of intentions.
And she doesn't see Kyo as like a love interest anyway.
And she's just like a fan of
Yeah.
the cat.
Once Kagura realizes that, she's like, oh, she's not that bad.
While Kagura was like causing havoc, you kind of got to see more of what their childhood was like. Another thing you got to hint at was this true form.
Oh, that's right, yeah.
Whatever that means. I mean, I know what it means.
We know what it means. You can tell that it's something important because of the way Kyo reacted when Kagura talked about it.
Mm-hmm.
It's like...
Even Toru was like, true form, what is that?
Yeah.
She's really thinking about it too.
Yeah. When Kagura changed, she ran out the door,
This
and
random guy.
there was a paper boy right there to distract the paper boy. Yuki's just like, hello there.
The way he enters though, just
And then the way the paper boy leaves, like, thank you!
Yeah.
I laughed so hard, I had to pause the episode. This episode was really well-rounded. Like, it was pure, it was funny, you got, like, a lot of their backstory. It's hinting at a lot more to come.
So again, enjoy the fun and games while you can.
Oh. So at the end of episode 4, after all the shenanigans, Toru gets a call from her grandfather saying that the renovations on the house are done and that she's okay to come back.
Oh, but it was sad because by the end of the episode, she was like just preparing for like a longer relationship. Then they're just like, okay, you're done, come home. So in episode 5, part of it is just her preparing to go back. And then you see how down everybody is. So then you see her into her new house, but you just find out that her family is not a very nice family.
They find out that she's been living in like a man's household, and so they're like assuming the very worst.
And then the reason why they looked into it in the first place was like, oh, your mom was dangerous, we just want to make sure you don't make us look bad.
They're like throwing all this crap at her, and then their grandfather steps in and like snacks the out of the one that's like really harassing her. I know they're unpleasant people, but they're my people, so I can handle them talking to me.
But you don't have
But you
to.
don't have to. Oh my god.
Oh my god.
Grandfather of the year.
It's like he can't get her name right.
No. He calls her by her
mom's name.
mom's name, right?
Yeah.
That's kind of sweet in like a sad way.
He said, if you're happy somewhere else, you should go be where you're happy. You don't have to always consider everybody else over yourself. The whole time she was just like, I'm trying to be less of a burden to everybody and not ignoring what she wanted. And then when she finally like admitted, I want to go back home, to what she called home was with them.
Home. And then suddenly Yuki pops in.
And he's just like, okay, then come home. But I liked the way it was structured too, and how like the second half was like Yuki and Kyo's perspective. After like bickering with each other, Yuki's just like, okay, I'm gonna go get some fresh air. And then Kyo just starts looking around. Shigure's just like, he already took it.
Kyo runs out the door like, darn him!
After a long search, they finally found the house.
This is so random, but I really like the animation when he put his hand against the nameplate. It felt so smooth, the way the name suddenly showed up. It was really good.
Yeah.
It was such a random thing to put importance to, but it looked nice.
And that's kind of like what we were saying last time. Like, they put these, like, this care into these little details.
Yeah. Kyo comes in and like takes her home, and Yuki like stays behind, just lays it on that one guy. He's like, you're a lowlife. I really like that line, and since we didn't mention it last time, I looked up who Yuki's voice actor is, and it's Shimazaki Nobunaga, who also does Shun in Psyche K. He's the main guy in Free
Haruka.
The way he said it is just so different from how Yuki normally sounds.
He has that effect, I think, in a few of his roles. Like, I imagine he does it in Parasite too, right?
Oh yeah, that's true.
Where he talks one way, but then you're like, oh, I wasn't expecting that from you.
When it suddenly gets really serious, you're like, you focus on him because he commands your attention.
Kiss. Did his like
it's funny because the guy is like, oh, such a babe, and then you realize it's a guy. He's like devastated by it.
Like if the flick wasn't enough, like that damage to his pride. And then she flashed back to her mom telling her it's okay to be selfish, but then Kyo says the same thing.
Oh yeah. So episode 6 starts off with Toru having returned to the Soma household.
Life goes on.
At school, there's a festival going on, and then 2 other members of the Soma household drop in for a visit. What's his name again? Did you say his name?
Oh, I don't think I said their name. So the rabbit, his name is Momiji-sama. And then the doctor, his name is Hattori. So when these 2 members visit, eventually you find out the little one is a rabbit, but the voice of this guy is gone.
The little rabbit is gone?
So it's like Gon speaking German.
Oh my
God.
Right?
And the other member, we don't know what he is yet, but he's the family doctor. And so he kind of dropped the hint, I guess, that Yuki has like a weak condition. Will it come into play? I know, but who knows?
Can you see her?
Not really. Oh my gosh. There you go.
Hi! Say hi, Nezzy. Hi!
She looks so upset.
Hi, baby. Okay, anyway.
During the festival, her friends kind of notice, oh, you're really close to these boys. Right?
Because they have no idea about her situation at all.
Yeah, because she didn't want to burden them. They go ask her, like, what's up? And she finally tells them.
It's probably like she feels like she's in an okay position now. She's not like living in a tent or anything.
Yeah.
She trusts the Somas now.
And it's not really temporary anymore.
Yeah.
But I like that the 2 friends, that's not like, oh, how could you lie to us?
Yeah.
They don't make a big deal about it. I think they feel a little guilty that she couldn't tell them.
Yeah.
But they just want to make sure she's okay. So then they basically just invite themselves over. Yeah. So they go to the Soma house. Toru's like, oh, I know something we can do. She kind of leaves. Shigure leaves the 4 alone for a while. And so Uo-chan and Hana-chan kind of take that moment and be like, hey, don't mess with her.
Yeah.
Just say that they're looking out for her. But then Kyo and Yuki respond and like, basically that they know her better than the girls think they do.
Yeah.
So then after spending the night and spending that time together, they're just kind of able to like strengthen their friendship.
They're so precious.
They really are.
It's just like when they all go to sleep and they're all just holding hands, they look so sweet. Just like.
I think their friendship is one of my favorite female friendships in like anime. Because you don't see a lot of like pure female friendships.
That's true. Yeah.
It's a lot of like, oh, we like the same guy, or like,
yeah, that's true.
We're in a team together.
Yeah.
I mean, Toru's just pure with everybody, but I really like seeing these 3 and their bond. Yeah. Okay, so for the longest time, my understanding of the title, Fruits Basket, was like basically like everyone has like their own shape and color, and like everyone's different, but they like come together.
Oh.
To form like a nice package, I guess. That was always just the way I interpreted it. But then I had forgotten about this mention of the Fruits Basket game. She mentioned that the kids teased her by calling her Onigiri, and Onigiri would never get called.
Oh.
So she's just sitting there and waiting to get called, but she didn't realize she was being teased when she was little.
Yeah, she was all just like happy to have been given a name.
Yeah, because she was like, oh, I like onigiri.
Yeah.
I also noticed, like, again, she's like referring to people as onigiri and saying like that they don't notice how special they are They don't see like the uboshi on their back. So I wonder if that kind of helped her.
So she like reinterpreted that teasing into like something that could be good.
Then at the end, she's kind of got a place to belong. Like people who want to be with her instead of just getting tossed around.
Yeah.
Like not being cared for.
Yeah. She's found her home.
Her basket.
Her basket.
I don't know, it just brought more meaning to like the title for me.
So much symbolism that's in this anime that might be lost on like newer viewers.
Or if you just kind of watch it superficially.
Yeah. It's a lot of heartbreak.
Every time they like go into an explanation of something, like it matters.
Yeah. Like everything that they say has a purpose. To like develop the characters or like the plot or like the world that they live in. Something about their past or something.
Something that they've gone through or are still going through.
It's a really well-written story.
They're very like human characteristics. Like these people turn into animals, but they still have these very human problems.
They're very relatable. I think that's why the first anime like left such an impact.
I guess for a while the manga was like the #1 selling shoujo manga at least.
Oh wow!
I noticed that on some of my books. I was like, oh wait a minute.
Oh, that's cool. I mean, it makes sense.
Yeah, it was a big deal.
Yeah.
I just want everybody to know.
At certain points, the OST will really start kicking in, and it'll really amplify like whatever they're saying. Just conveys more of their emotions.
Yeah.
Too.
It hits you in the feels.
It really does hit you in the feels.
That's really effective.
Yeah, they do really well to pick out the OSTs. So, what is your midterm grade / rating?
Okay, so for me, before I gave it like a 7, I was waiting till I got like emotional to bump it up to an 8, and I did get emotional, but I'm gonna do a 7.5.
Okay, why?
Because I still want more people.
Oh, okay, yeah, that's true.
And I know I'll be emotional anyway later. I'm still waiting for certain members of the family.
But I think it's good that they're taking their time so that each character has like their importance.
What would you grade it?
Last time I gave it an 8. It's gonna stay an 8. I'm just excited to see more about it.
So our next series is Kono Oto Tomare. Previously, Kurata, Kuro, and Hozuki have nearly revived the Koto Club with the inclusion of Chika's friends, but not if the vice principal has anything to say about it. Will they be able to pass this test and secure the fate of the Koto Club?
So, episode 4 starts off, they have to prepare for like this performance after a month. So they're like practicing.
After they all try to play together?
For the first time.
And it's horrible. Like, it's all out of sync, right?
Yeah, they're like really bad, and they got like annoyed at each other for not being able to fall in sync. And it's like, makes sense that you're not gonna be able to play perfectly the first time, but they're new to it, so they don't quite understand. The president remembers, like, has a flashback. He's the one who like tells them, okay, let's just go out, take a break.
When they were out, and it was like a place Hozuki had never been before, so she didn't really know what to do. And they're telling her, like, if you don't know, it's okay to ask. I'm sure growing up, she always had to figure things out on her own and would be, like, maybe even reprimanded.
Like, people automatically assume that she already knows everything because she's, like, been labeled this prodigy.
So she's learning it's okay to rely on them sometimes.
The next day, they're practicing more. And they find that they're more in sync because they were able to understand each other. So that they can get more time to practice, they end up practicing at the Koto shop. You find out that the Koto, with the meaning behind like it being a dragon and how the dragons would connect heaven and earth.
Yeah.
Like, heaven being the afterworld. So you can relate that to being like you conveying your emotions through the Koto to the audience.
Chika wanted to keep practicing by himself, and so he starts playing, and it's a sound that like resonates, but he doesn't notice it himself, and it's described it as a gentle sound.
Yeah, just completely opposite to his character.
Yeah, but I mean that's what he is. Like, he's really gentle on the inside.
Exactly.
And so that's exposing that. Shows Hozuki entering the club, and Kota, one of the 3 friends, is already there. Basically, he brings up like Chika's past and why the Koto means so much to him and the club means so much to him.
And so she is now getting like a better understanding of Chika too.
And she just felt really guilty.
Yeah.
Which leads us to our next episode. So in this episode, kind of starts off with her going through everything she said to him. And she's crying, right? Poor thing, she feels so bad. But I thought that was a really good show for her character.
Yeah, that although she probably hasn't had to apologize to a lot of people, but she's able to feel guilty and apologize to Chika.
Yeah.
And then the animation, she's all like sparkly and stuff and just smiling. She's just like, ding! Like hearts fill her eyes. No, I'm just kidding. Not quite. I'm sure she feels more like he'll accept her. So until she can accept him.
I think it's also like that sound he produced that he wasn't able to produce after. Like he didn't know how he did it, right? Yeah. But I feel like she's seeing that in him.
Yeah.
That gentleness.
Yeah, that's true. So I think you'd agree that a ship has been built.
The performance is approaching, right? And it kind of shows the vice principal being all sinister or whatever.
With those lips.
But so he's talking to who you find out is their club advisor. And you don't see his face, but hot damn did he sound nice. So it's D-Day, and they're having to play in front of the whole school. They go out. Kurita kind of gives a little speech. Because he hears the students being like, what? We don't care. And he's like, well, you guys might not care, but this is important to us, so we're gonna play with all our hearts. And they're all kind of proud of him, right? Yeah, because to him it's like, he need to be like their senpai, and it's like finally he's able to take that step and become like their leader. Yeah, because a lot of the time before, like he would feel this way, but then like Chika could do it or Hozuki could do it. So this is his moment. Moment of growth for his character. So they start playing, and it starts off fairly well. I remember like they're all in sync. Like I took it to be that they played in sync enough that the students noticed, and so they were able to like just shut up and listen. Yeah. So after they caught everyone's attention, you start seeing flashbacks of Chika. And he's just fighting, not knowing what to do with his life. So then it goes into Hozuki solo, and the grandma mentions the sound resembles the cry of a lonely dragon. Which kind of plays into her character. I feel like it's both of them. Oh yeah, it could be both of them. It's Hozuki's character, but in that moment, they're focusing on Chika. That's true. But they're perfect for each other. I think it shows him in that moment at Tetsuki's, but he's not really like accepting his help. And then they all come back in again, but then I guess Koda, he gets out of sync. And they all kind of start messing up. And the students notice. So now they feel this pressure. It's like, we gotta fix it. So then Hozuki kind of takes charge. And it works. I think that's when you see, like, the moment when Tetsuki found him, like, sleeping in the rain. He tells him that he really cares about him. And he's, like, crying for him. Basically, Chico's not alone. And before it was, like, the grandpa says, like, don't give up on yourself before anyone else has. And he was just kind of like, what's the difference from right now? So for the song, it's like, this lonely dragon now has people. Then it's Chika's solo, and his gentle sound comes out again. Yeah. That everyone's like, "Oh, is this Chika playing?" Yeah. And so it's like this dragon is now happy. And then it's the grandfather with the rice balls. Yeah, those were so cute. They really like they were trendy or something. Yeah. Like to do animals. Yeah, they made bears. Oh my gosh. We have another grandfather of the year. We do! And then Chika laughs, and then he's like, that's the first time I've seen you laugh, and he's all emotional, and I'm getting emotional. Both of these grandfathers just want, like, their best. Yeah. Their grandchildren. Yeah. So then to end the performance, they all come in strong. Literally showed their emotions reaching the audience. Right? It reached me a little bit, too. Right? Right? Oh yes, like yeah, I was like, I wasn't expecting this so soon. I really like how the studio really knew how to use the whole piece of the, or what I assume is, at least most of it, I guess. Yeah. Maybe it's a longer piece. But they really knew how to use it well, because like in, like at certain points when they would flash back, it'd be like, the music would suit the flashback. Yeah. And it'd help propel the emotions along. So they can keep the club. Yeah. Yay! Yay! So afterwards, they've kind of gained some popularity with the school. In doing so, they get the attention of this one female student. Right off the bat, you already know she's up to no good, right? Like the way her friends are talking. So she's like spewing all these lies about their members to the other members. It's mostly about Hozuki. It's mostly about Hozuki. Yeah, she kind of, I guess, when she walks in, she kind of gets like either jealous. She just likes destroying
friendships. So another moment where Hiro is like trying to be deceptive, like Hozuki had like a fever or something, she was absent, and Hiro takes that opportunity to be like making all these lies just to break them apart, and then she like intentionally goes up to Chika and she's like, don't feel bad, and you can tell that Chika is not taking it. He's like literally tells it to her face like,
俺本人が言ったことしか信じねえから
So done with his face.
yeah.
But I like that because that's what he experienced.
Mm-hmm.
All these lies about him and all these misconceptions, and that's what caused everything that happened to him. So he's like, I don't think so.
Yeah.
So after he kind of puts her in her place, she was kind of like, it's no fun anymore.
Yeah.
She like went back home, and then she finds something out from her grandma about Hozuki. In that moment, I was like, I want to know the gossip too. What does it tell me? But you find out right after.
Find out, yeah.
So then, Chika was put in charge of taking Hozuki her homework. As he's looking around, he's like, you're supposed to be rich, right? Like, you don't look like what he expected.
My thought is that she got like kicked out of the house.
Yeah. Then you find her.
Like a fever.
Which is all, yeah. Poor thing.
That's how the episode ends, right?
Yeah. So I'm sure more shipping content in the next.
Yeah, I think so. Next part. What would you rate it?
I already bumped it up to 7.5 because it just made me feel more than I was expecting to feel, and a 7 didn't feel good enough.
But an 8 isn't. It's
not quite
8.
yet.
Okay.
Not quite an 8 yet, but yeah, I'm like already really invested in like all the characters. And I really want to know what happens next. And I wasn't expecting that
Yeah.
at all.
Right. So yeah.
So what would you grade it?
Last time, I think I rated it a 7.
Mm-hmm.
Then we'll bump it up to an 8. I really like how the story is progressing and how they're using the music in the story to help progress. Like, so you feel more of what the characters are feeling.
Yeah.
Through the use of this koto music. Kind of like, it's a story about a koto club, and they use the koto to help tell the story. So it's like that was kind of what I was like, back of my head, I was like, are they gonna use it, or is it just gonna be like other club animes where it's like, oh, we're swimming.
Hey, they swim, okay?
We're a diving club, but we
like
actually don't dive at all. Which is fine.
It's funny for that show.
It's fine, yeah, it's fine if you take it a different way, but I just wanted to know if this club would be about the koto. And it is. I'm glad.
The production is really good with it. Like, now I'm looking forward to their next performance and what they're gonna do.
Yeah, no kidding. It feels like the performances aren't just for the show, they're kind of for us too.
So once again, last on our list is Namu Butsu Rendai Utena.
Wow! That was impressive.
Taishakten and Bonten have descended to Earth to replace Dainichi Nyorai. While on Earth, they battle earthly vices and modern-day Japan. Utena. For this one, since the 3 episodes are all kind of connected, we're just gonna do a quick summary and then we'll talk about it.
So we leave off episode 3 with Bonten having been stabbed.
And so in episode 4, they heal him, and then they decide that they want all hands on deck. So then they go out to search for Dainichi Nyorai, and then they find him. The next one, they're trying to convince him to come back. So then they bring him back, and then he's back, but he's powerless because he shattered his halo.
Basically, the universe.
Oh yeah, he created the universe.
He is the universe. He created the universe, is the universe, something like that.
Yeah, the next episode, they're all scattered trying to look for these fragments or shards of his halo.
And the vices are using these shards to like power up.
That's what attacked Bonten.
It's a really strong vice. Controlled by Mara. Still.
And Ashura.
And Ashura.
Ashura was on the scene. So we were both wrong and right.
Yeah. So for those that aren't watching it, it may sound like it's really intense and it's really like plot driven, but you gotta remember, it's a comedy. It's meant to make you laugh.
Yeah, don't take anything too seriously.
So Bonten plans to convince convince Dainichi Nyorai to come back by letting him go to all these places that he wants to go.
Buttering him up.
Yeah.
So that he'll be like so confident or whatever.
Yeah.
Just like, okay, I'll go help you peasants. It was funny at the karaoke though, because he sang for like 5 hours straight.
5 hours
they said,
straight.
Right? He got like a score of like a 94. It was like a personal best, and now it's your turn, Tai Shakten. So they had like the opening play. So
Yeah.
Because his actor sings the opening.
Of course.
100! And so he's all like dejected. And you find out it was all an act.
Yeah.
I felt a little betrayed. I felt so bad for him, and I was like, oh, never mind.
Never mind. He's useless because he lost his halo, and so they're trying to convince him to come back.
Well, because they convince him, because they're like, you can't do anything on your own. Like, because he left
You
to try
missed.
to, yeah.
That's right, yeah.
But it's like, that's kind of that theme again of like, it's okay to ask for help. Like,
Yeah.
rely on us. You can't do it.
Yeah.
It's just more silly. One thing I was thinking about, because you've seen these little orbs before, right?
Mhm.
And then when it shows Mara and Ashura, he has like a whole bowl of them,
Mhm.
right? Their goal was to get this halo, right?
Yeah.
So I'm kind of curious if it wasn't shattered, because their shards are what they're using on these little vices, right?
Mhm.
But if it wasn't shattered, what would they have used it for?
Good point.
Could they just like give power to each vice? I don't know.
Maybe.
Would they have broken it anyway? Like, I don't know.
Maybe. Like, maybe Mara would have just taken it in and then
Maybe.
would have given power to his vices on his own.
Make his own universe.
Yeah.
It would be fabulous.
It would be fabulous, because oh my lord. What happens in episode 6?
They're just collecting shards right now. Oh, and then it ends where Tai Shakten's about to leave.
And that's where we're at episode 6.
So yeah, it's still funny, I think, right?
I still laugh a lot.
Yeah, they're cute. I like each character.
They all have like their own little quirk. I'm enjoying the ending more than.
For me, I like the chorus, like the last half of the ending. But when it starts, sometimes I'm like, okay, they're both good songs though.
I'm really enjoying this show overall. As like just pure entertainment.
It's not trying to like dig into your brain or something.
It's not. I don't leave it with like anxiety
Yeah.
or something like that. Or anything.
Even they say like the fate of humanity is at stake, but here they are making mandu or like dumplings or whatever.
Oh
They're
yeah,
like,
that's right. Yeah, they say that, don't they?
yeah, they're like, help us serve humanity is what they said.
Yeah, that's right.
I am interested to see more of Mara and Ashura too. Like, now that they're coming more, I'm just like, ugh, give me a little more.
Yeah.
Oh, a little more. And take this off. And I'm just kidding. The cloak so I can see everything. Calm down.
Oh my god. What would your midterm grade or rank be?
So, as an anime,
Yes, as an anime.
I guess last time I gave it a 6. I'm enjoying it a little more. Like, there's something happening in the plot, and I'm enjoying all these characters. So I'm gonna bump it up to a 6.5.
Wow.
A 6.5.
6.5. I think I'll have to agree with you actually.
Oh.
Yeah.
You're gonna do a 0.5?
I'm gonna do a 0.5. Because I think last time I gave it a 6. But I really am enjoying the show. Like, purely entertainment value. No feels yet.
But that's okay.
But that's okay after watching, like, Koto and...
Sometimes you just need to laugh.
Yeah, it's like, it's okay. I'm okay to just laugh for right now.
As a pretty boy anime,
Still an 8.
Still an 8.
Still an 8.
Mine's still 7.
Still 7. They still don't have your... But he's coming in soon!
I need more.
Oh,
Remember?
okay.
Just a little more.
Alright, students. Those were your results. If you're not satisfied, let's see if you can bring your score up by the end of the season.
Alright, class is dismissed. Get out of here.
Toodaloo.
Takinami-sensei, wait for me.
So, silliness aside, guys, these were our thoughts on the halfway point for these series that we're watching. Let us know in the comments down below if you agree or disagree with anything we've said. Hit that thumbs up button if we've interested you in any of the shows that we're currently watching. Or if you just like to hear us talk, yeah.
So thanks for watching and hope to see you next time.
Bye!